On Monday, February 2nd, 2026, at about 1:30 p.m., a uniformed CSPD patrol officer observed a man acting suspiciously in the area of East Bijou Street and Balfour Avenue. The man was wearing a mask concealing his face on a warm afternoon. When the man saw police, he fled into a building where previous criminal activity was known to have occurred. About 40 minutes later, two uniformed CSPD officers attempted to contact the man when they located him again. He was still wearing a mask over his face as he walked down the street. Again, the man ran as soon as he saw officers refusing lawful commands to stop and get on the ground. Officers pursued the man towards a nearby residence. After a short foot chase, the suspect turned, pulled out a handgun, pointed it directly at Officer 1, and fired at least one shot, striking the officer. At about the same time, Officer 1 drew his duty weapon and fired at least one shot, striking the suspect, disarming him in the process. Officer 2 arrived quickly behind Officer 1 and ordered the suspect to remain on the ground, or deadly force would be used against him. The suspect refused the lawful command to remain on the ground and attempted to flee from Officer 2. Officer 2 then attempted to gain control of the suspect while giving the suspect an additional command to get on the ground. At that time, the suspect began reaching for Officer 2's firearm. Officer 2 then fired several shots, striking the suspect. Here is BWC from Officer 1 in real time.
Get on the ground right now! Police, get on the ground right now! Get on the ground right now! Get on the ground! Ah! 57 shots fired! Shot ready! I'm shot.
Here is BWC from Officer 2 in real time.
Shots fired!
Fucking move again, I'm gonna shoot you.
I'm shot.
Give me cover to 2600. Bro, get on the ground!
I'm shot!
Get on the ground! Shots fired.
Here's BWC video from Officer 1, slowed down, highlighting the suspect concealing his identity, the suspect drawing a weapon and shooting at Officer 1, and Officer 1 returning fire.
Get on the ground right now! Police, get on the ground right now! Get on the ground right now!
Here is BWC of Officer 2, slowed down to highlight the suspect reaching for his weapon as Officer 2 is attempting to take him into custody. At that time, backup officers arrived on scene and took the suspect into custody without further incident and immediately began medical aid until emergency medical personnel arrived. At the same time, Officer 2 began rendering emergency medical aid to Officer 1. Officer 1 and the suspect were both transported to a local hospital. Officers recovered a loaded handgun on the scene. The weapon is a Springfield Hellcat 9mm. Here's a picture of that gun. Officer 1 was determined to have a serious but non-life-threatening injury and was treated and released from the hospital. The suspect was determined to have serious life-threatening injuries. At the time of this video's release, he remains hospitalized in critical but stable condition. No other officers or community members were injured during this incident. The suspect was discovered to have outstanding unrelated felony-level warrants. The weapon in his possession was determined to be a stolen gun. In connection with this incident, the suspect is being charged with attempted murder of a peace officer, first-degree assault on a peace officer, 2 counts of resisting arrest, and possession of a weapon by a previous offender. Pursuant to Colorado law, the El Paso County Sheriff's Office responded and initiated an investigation into CSPD's use of force. Once completed, the investigation by the Sheriff's Office will be sent to the 4th Judicial District Attorney's Office for a determination on whether the officer's use of force complied with Colorado law.